Hi there, I'm DavidPautke, and this is my reflection for week 2. This week had a lot of cool takeaways, especially around how players experience feedback, rewards, and how they first get introduced through tutorials. So I wanted to take a few minutes to break down how that stood out to me and how it's shifted my perspective and how I'm planning on using it going forward. First off, with feedback systems, I didn't realize just how much impact that small things like sound cues, controller rumble, or even a quick flash on the screen can have. They kind of tell the player, like, hey, you did something, without needing to explain it. And as far as reward systems, those really had me thinking. Finding the balance between giving players something to chase and overwhelming them is going to be a lot trickier than I initially expected. The part that really clicked for me, though, was onboarding, how tutorials and start guides will either hook the player or completely lose them. Good onboarding doesn't feel like a tutorial, it just kind of flows, which really made me rethink about how the first moments of a game should be designed. Um, Honestly, this week shifted how I look at UX. I used to think of it as making sure a game was usable, but now I see it more as shaping how a player feels while playing. It's storytelling through design, which hit me pretty hard, especially as someone working on the game that I pitched with my team, Echo Rift, where immersion is everything. I started thinking more about the player's emotional journey and not just what they're doing on screen. Going forward, I already plan to build these ideas into Echo Rift, where I want the tutorial to feel like part of the world, not a separate thing. I'm also messing with subtle feedback ideas, such as like ambient user interface glowing, or sounds that react to the player's choices. The biggest challenge I'm going to face, though, I think, is going to be just balance with the feedback, because too much feedback can get overwhelming and just downright annoying. But on the other side, if there's too little, the players will feel lost. And that goes the same with tutorials. You don't want to babysit them, but you also don't want them to be frustrated 5 minutes in. So I think testing early and getting feedback from live playtesters would be one of the best tools to get that balance right. Thank you.